So recently, I've been diving deep into true crime podcasts, and I've been listening to a shit ton of it recently while I'm at work or just doing random shit around the house. And this isn't really a true crime podcast type of scenario. Probably eventually someone will get to it and cover it. But this is a story that recently just happened, and it's pretty heartbreaking.
A chilling new video showing the last moments of a Ukrainian refugee's life right before being stabbed to death by a man with a lengthy criminal record on a train in North Carolina. This happened weeks ago.
Now, while I can't show you guys like the whole footage of like the whole stabbing, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could go out and find it if you wanted to. But basically, this guy just out of nowhere decided to attack this girl, and it's extremely tragic. From what I was reading, she's a Ukraine refugee who escaped Ukraine to get away from war and to get away from everything that was going on over there at the time. So she came to America. She was taking college courses to improve her English because her English wasn't that good. And, unbeknownst to her, she was fatally stabbed in the neck. I think it was 3 times, is from what they were saying, that she was stabbed 3 times. And then he proceeds to get up, walk away, just go about his business, basically walk away, and then he's later arrested after he gets off of the train. There was also, in the footage, there's also, I believe, like 4 or 5 people right next to her that do absolutely nothing, which is just sick, and it sucks. I was also doing more research about it, and apparently there's this thing called bystander effect, which basically, like, if something is going on and there's multiple people around, you're less likely to step in and try to do anything, which they've been doing research on that since like 1960s, 1950s, something like that is what I was looking up. But still, it just sucks to hear that there's people around her. Nobody could have predicted that he was gonna make a move, make an attack. But they could have at least tried after that she was stabbed, after he walked away, stepped in, tried to do something, and they could have potentially even saved her life. Who knows? I don't know. I'm no doctor. I don't know how, where, if it depends on where you're stabbed in your neck, if that'll depend if you're actually cooked or if you can be saved. So there was more research I was doing about this guy. He's been convicted before. He has a very lengthy criminal record that spans over a decade. And he's also been mentally. He's like, I believe that he was, something had to do with his mental state, that he wasn't good there. So he's been in a mental hospital before for his mental state. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I saw or read that he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, which I don't know if that's true or not. Kept trying to look up some more information on him, but I couldn't find any more information about that. But I did also read that he had been mentally in a hospital after a crime, I believe. And so recently, with me reading a bunch or listening to a bunch of podcasts that have to do with true crimes, some of them are pled guilty by insanity, and some of them are kind of clear cut case that, hey, they're definitely mentally insane, or there's something definitely just wrong with them mentally, and they need to go to a mental hospital to get the right treatment. In this case, if this person definitely was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and even though he was getting better, I still don't believe that warrants him a reason to get out, especially if he has a lengthy criminal record of committing various types of aggressive actions, definitely being a danger to society, is what I'm seeing. A lot of what I've been picking up from true crimes is usually after they're starting to get better when they plead guilty by insanity, they start showing progress that they are actually being in the right mental state. They are soon to be released to society or given privilege to even do things out with society, which personally I don't feel safe with. I don't think that's right. I think if they're mentally unable to, even if they are getting better, there can be a slip up just like this. There was just a slip up like this. If it's true that he was medically diagnosed with schizophrenia or whatever, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just doing things out of fear or whatever the condition is. I don't know too much about it. at all. But this is something that definitely needs to be addressed in future, for the future, for him and for future people that are pleading guilty by insanity, who are actually mentally incapable of processing things or being able to know right from wrong, or know where what they're doing or where they're at, because that is the case most of the time. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it because it was super sad. I saw it. It was very heartbreaking because, I mean, this shouldn't be happening. But it is what it is.